So after the YouTube of the mind element was released, I received more message asking about questions related to the mind element. Okay, what I'm going to share with you is not to put down anybody, but to clarify things according to what the ancients written down or the ancient means, and the goal is so that everybody be able to benefit from it, okay, and understand what is it by fact and move on or progress or even can go to a higher state or higher level, okay, so we are not get stuck. Okay, so the most question people ask me is, so what is Nim Lik and Nim? Okay, these two terms, in my understanding, by watching the people who practice the so-called Nim and Nim Lik, and the ancient and the writing, these two terms, Nim Lik and Nim, is a modern coin term. It is not an ancient term. Okay. So Nim Lik, Nim, in the Chinese means the present state of mind. That is Nim. Okay. Lik is the power. So in a classical manner, Nim Lik actually means spiritual power or spiritual force. So this usually refer to samadhi power or spiritual power or spiritual penetration type of power. However, the Nim Lik in the recent history of Wing Chun was used is actually not Nim Lik, not that spiritual power or samadhi power. It is actually Nim and Lik. Nim, present state of mind and force. But the person who coined this actually means Yi and Lik, intentions and force. Okay, so Nim Lik actually mean is the force which is guided by the intention. That is Nim Lik. Okay, so instead of we get confused or we do not know how exactly what it is, Nim Lik means Yi, force, or the force or the strength which is lead or guided by the intention. Okay, so again, Nim Lik means the strength which is guided by intention. That's it. Okay, and everybody can do that. Okay, it is not some woo-woo or some mysterious style one never reach. Okay, now Nim. In today's word, Nim, according to the what we call Nim Lik, Nim in today's technology term is just mean pairing up the intention with the body and with the strength or the force. Okay, so that's Nim. So if you see people who practice Nim or Nim Lik and so forth, they always want to align their body, their loose and so forth. So that is just pairing their intention with their body, the physical body, and then pairing their intention with their strength or force, because one cannot jump directly from the intention to the force. One needs a medium, a physical medium. Okay, so Nim is they have two steps in the process. One is pairing the intention with the physical body via alignment and so forth, or loose, so forth, okay? And then the second step of the process is to pairing the intention with the force, okay? So this lap nim have three components: mind, body, and then from body to the force. That's all, okay? So Nim Lik and lap nim for me is nothing mysterious, nothing advanced, very advanced. In fact, everybody has to be able to do it within 1 hour if it is properly trained to understand what is intention, how to handle the body, and how the body handle the force flow. If you use 6 core elements systematic way, within an hour you'll be able to do it. How good you can be, how deep or how advanced, is a different story, but at least you know the directions, the proper directions, and you can handle the basic, okay? So that is, again, that's why we need the 6 core element, because we can identify each of them, what to do of that, and then we can implement it in a very short period of time. As who is the most advanced and who can play the force flow like magic, that is one's Kung Fu, okay? And what I'm talking about here is process and technology, okay? Now, second thing is I'd like to point out that there is mistake made in the so-called general Wing Chun Kuen Kit. You can see that a lot of sight in the movie, and one must not take all whatever in the movie or just simply out there to be the fact, okay? Because it's misleading. One usually see that in the movie it say in Mandarin it say 不行心意只用精神. In Cantonese it say 不行心意只用精神. In English it say not using your intention but using your shen or awareness. Well, how can that be? If you get into the samadhi, okay, or the stillness, you observe, you know right away the 4 functions of the core element, of the mind elements. Okay, the 4 functions: the mind element, which is the thinking, the intention, visualizations, and awareness. So if you get into the stillness, you observe what happened in the mind element. You see these 4 things right away. You can see it. Everybody can do it. Okay. Now, in order for the Kuen Kit to say not using the intention but only use the awareness, well, how can that be done? If you have enough intention, you couldn't even walk. I need to use intention because I need to talk. Awareness is just awareness. Awareness is just mindfulness. You want to drive a car, you need that. You want to do a tan sao, you need the intention. So it is a mistake to write this in the Kuen Kit. And obviously, the person who write this, we know, do not understand fully about the mind element. At least not according to the Chinese, ancient Chinese, okay? And it is this type of stuff which is deadly, okay? Because one can get stuck for whole life in the mind element if one doesn't know what it is. So in this term, we need to understand that one must have the yi and the shen together, or the awareness and the intention together. Otherwise, it doesn't work, because one is the body, the mindfulness or the awareness is the body. The intentions is the applications. You need the body, the engine, and apply the engine. If you just have an engine, you do not apply it. An engine is just an engine. Okay. So please do not make a mistake of oh, I used awareness. I do not. You have to use intention. Okay. Now, if you look at the Yigam Kuen Kit, 1840 or prior to that, Okay. For this you know, the what they call it, usually what we call the so-called 300 section. This somebody said call it 伏手攻手, this section, this movement. This is what it said. It's Y9. It said 长背向外神意足, meaning the back of the palm facing outward, the 神 awareness, 意 intention is completely in a full or adequate. So meaning when you do this, the body, the creed tell you, the body, how to handle the body, which is the palm, the back of the palm facing outward, and one must have the awareness, the shen, and the intention in full. Okay? So that is what accord to the ancient Chinese, because you need to have that, the body, the mind, okay, has to fuse together, as we talked yesterday on the other YouTube, that first is the body and then second is the mind. So body and mind have to fuse together. That's the minimum. Okay, so this is the creed, Y9 of the Yit Gam Twin Creed. The back of the palm face outward, awareness and intention need to be fully there. Okay, so I like to leave you with this. And again, I want to say again, I'm not here to put down anybody. I am just here trying to clarify things, so just hopefully all Wing Chuners be able to do it within today. What can be done, or what can be done within 30 minutes, we don't have to use a lifetime to guess and nobody know what's going on and keep thinking there is something like mighty from the sky where you never be able to touch. No. A 15-minute job done in a 15-minute way. Okay, it's like engineering, like Silicon Valley. If you can do a chips in 3 days, you don't wait 3 months. Okay, life is too short for it, and technology is keeping improvement. Otherwise, we will be lagged. Okay, so this for you today.